Hi, my name is Carly Branson. Today I'll be reciting the poem After a While by Veronica Shoffstall. Before I begin, I'd like to give a little background about poetry. Poetry is an art that predates written text. It was recited or sung as a way of remembering history, genealogy, and law. The oldest piece of poetry and the oldest piece of literature is the Epic of Gilgamesh, which you can read more about in this by Kent and Kevin Dixon. It's about a man named Gilgamesh who is 2/3 immortal and 1/3 mortal, and he's kind of out of control, and so the gods sent him a counterpart who's supposed to be his enemy. They make him out of clay. His name's Enkidu. And the two fight at first, but end up becoming really good friends, and they go on this adventure of life and learn the meaning of life, and they go through friendship and a little bit of romance and just learn about friendship and love. There are 3 different kinds of poetry. There's dramatic, narrative, and lyrical. Narrative, as it says, tells a story and is typically in verse or an epic or romance. Dramatic, it creates tension, immediacy, or conflict, and it makes the reader feel like they're in the situation and that they're a part of the story. Lyrical, as the name sounds, it's associated with music generally, and it shows a state of mind, attitude, or mood. There are plenty of famous poetry that you can read about in the Premier Book of Major Poets by Anita Dorr. And if you just want to learn more about poetry in general, you can read Introduction to Poetry by Mark Van Doren. With that being said, this is After a While by Veronica Shoffstall. After a while, you learn the subtle difference between holding a hand and chaining a soul. And you learn that love doesn't mean learning, and company doesn't mean security. And you begin to learn that kisses aren't contracts, and presents aren't promises. And you begin to accept your defeats with your head up and your eyes ahead, with the grace of a woman, not the grief of a child. And you learn to build all your roads on today, because tomorrow's ground is too uncertain for plans, and futures have a way of falling down mid-flight. After a while, you learn that even sunshine burns if you get too much, so you plant your own garden and decorate your own soul, instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers. And you learn that you really can endure, you really are strong, you really have worth, and you learn, with every goodbye you learn. Thank you for letting me tell you guys a little about the history of poetry, a little bit about the Epic of Gilgamesh, and recite the poem After a While by Veronica Shoffstall. I'd like to leave you with a quote by Paul Engel. It says, "Poetry is ordinary language raised to the nth power. Poetry is boned with ideas, nerves, and blooded with emotions, all held together by delicate, tough skin of words."